I've not commented too much on player transfers in particular, particularly players leaving West Ham, because we haven't got a clue, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot less money swimming around in the Premier League. However, I understand people have got to fill pages and people have got to make stories, but the Declan Rice one is fantastic. I only came across these because I was looking for something just to discuss briefly about Diop, because somebody mentioned to me in the comments that I'd not discussed Diop's latest link with Tottenham. But as I was doing so, first of all, up came the story. Chelsea want to replace Kante, if they can sell him to Real Madrid, by signing Declan Rice from West Ham. Now, the funny thing is, I looked at the link and I can't see any link where Real Madrid want Kante. But anyway, it doesn't matter that Real Madrid want Kante, because apparently Real Madrid want, you've guessed it, Declan Rice. Well, surely it's all over and done with, isn't it then? If they want Declan Rice, who Real Madrid want, Real Madrid get. But it ain't over there, by the way. Not by a long shot. Because, I mean, these articles are stacked on top of one another, by the way. Arsenal are in for, guess who? Declan Rice. So basically, as I scrolled down, I'd see Declan Rice linked to Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and then again, just to top it off, Declan Rice is linked with Chelsea once more. Now, do we believe any of this? Clearly, Declan Rice is going to be a coveted player. And it's pretty pointless me sat here talking about what we'll accept and what we won't accept, because nobody knows. But you can make a guess at quite how skint we're going to be and roughly what everybody else is going to have. What did make me laugh, though, is in between all these articles was, I think, an article linking West Ham with a bid for me. But I am a prodigiously gifted defender, you understand. And talking of prodigiously gifted defenders, take me back to my original point, which was Issa Diop. Apparently, Tottenham want Issa Diop more than any other player. That's the guy they want. We know Jose Mourinho loves him. A monster, he called him, after West Ham had beaten Jose Mourinho's Manchester United, if you remember. Great game of football, by the way. However, we know they don't want to pay the full amount of money, but there's been a little bit of information which might shed some light on it. Do Tottenham want him? Probably. Is Mourinho a fan? Yes, we know he's a fan. Do West Ham have to sell him? We don't know. How much money have Tottenham got? Well, this is going to be a little bit easier to fathom. Because, here's an article here. Premier League clubs can be forced to repay $340 million. And that says the Premier League clubs have been told they could have to repay an estimated $340 million to domestic and international broadcasters, even if the season resumes behind closed doors. So that's a loss that we know they're probably going to have to incur. Which is what? About $17 million per club. They either have to give it back or they've not received it. But whatever, it's been factored into their accounting. If you put on top of that the fact that we believe clubs are going to lose between 20 and 30 million in gate receipts and match day revenue just from the season that they're trying to conclude, the unfinished season, let's call it that, then you're really looking at least 35 million for each club. For some it's more, depends on how much corporate hospitality. 35 million, that's a massive dent in anyone's budget, apart from the very richest clubs. Maybe Man City, it doesn't affect them, but they've already had a slap on the wrist. Where do they stand now? But in terms of Tottenham Hotspur wanting Diop, Tottenham Hotspur's repayments on the stadium are huge. Their stadium cost them £1 billion. And they've still got to meet those repayments. I'm not sure they're getting a mortgage repayment holiday, put it that way. I'm pretty sure that the creditors don't come in and repossess all new 3 Point Lane or whatever they're calling it. but they still have to meet those repayments. And if they have deferred some, which they may well have done because they don't actually have a revenue stream at the moment, then they're still going to have to do that. We know they don't have a ton of money, or so they say, because they try to furlough their staff. My point of the matter is, if they're going to be operating at 35 million less than they normally operate with, and they've got higher outlays than they normally do, because for all previous seasons they've not had to make repayments on this stadium, then I would suggest that Tottenham ain't got the money for Issa Diop.